Hi guys, I'm Dusty with Flame Innovation. We wanted to do a fall time video for those of you that have the Mini-Me and you've burned it for a year, the Mini-Me pellet here. And for those of you that are looking at purchasing the Mini-Me to see what your maintenance things are and the type of pellets to burn and that kind of thing. First thing you want to look for is on your pellet adapter that fits down here is that your feet are all good and that you're not burned up down here. That way you always have the right amount of pellet feed fuel from this distance here into your fire pot. Then this is all stainless steel, all of this portion. So technically it shouldn't burn out, but sometimes if you really get to burning hot for extended periods of time, that could happen. So check that, scrape it with a wire brush to get rid of any creosote that you might have in there. And then when you install it back in the stove, make sure that you're always putting your front foot here that's in the middle towards the front of the stove and your 2 feet here in the back when you slide it down the tube. To pellets, you want to make sure to try and find softwood pellets if at all possible. Hardwood pellets, they just don't burn fast enough in feeding capacity. You maybe get a little bit more BTU, but they just don't burn fast enough in feeding capacity to make the stove burn correctly. So try and find softwood pellets. With your pellet shutoff tool, we get asked a lot about this. Several people, when they call us asking about burning, they're having a hard time burning, and we find out that this tool here that you slide in to shut off your pellet feed to stop the stove, they're using this and running it about halfway out, thinking that that will help with the feed of pellets or slow down or speed up the feed of pellets. And what you want to do is you want to control that with your damper. Your damper is located here on the side, and you've got three spots. Your first mark that you'll come to, that's your low setting. Between the first mark and the second mark, that's anywhere from medium. Now we've got to know here, all we have here is about 3/8 of an inch. And if we move it 1/8 of an inch, we're actually opening both air that 1/8 of an inch. So we're adding a 1/4 inch of air. That might not seem like a lot, but it does a big deal to how the stove burns and how much hotter it gets. So you can go from say 9 to 12,000 BTUs on low, depending on the height of your chimney, clear up to 30 to 35, 36,000 BTUs on high, depending on your chimney and the type of pellet, softwood pellet you're using. You'll want to inspect your bricks and your fire gasket on your door. By the time that you see this video and you've been burning for a while, your gasket's going to be really flat here, which is great. And then your bricks, sorry about the orange paint here, is what we mark them with to cut them. But you want to make sure that they're not all broken up or whatever. The new set is really fairly cheap if you want to order a new set. You want to make sure that your tubes on the end of your air tubes there that are inside your fire pot, that those tubes are still in full capacity, that they look like they did when you got them. There's pictures of them in the manual if you want to look at them. Those are a consumable part. If you ever need to replace those, we'll get you a set of those. They're on the website. And as you're burning, just always make sure that you get your bricks placed back to the post holes here that are there in place to hold your bricks. That way you've always got the same size fire pot. You're not trying to make it bigger or smaller. When it comes to your chimney, you want to inspect your chimney. A lot of people are going to do that from up on the roof, and you want to run a 4-inch chimney brush down through that to clean it. And then you can vacuum out from the inside all of the debris that you get out of your chimney. Check and make sure that your heat shield is still tight, because you got a lot of heat differentiation from room temperature to 700, 800, 900 degrees that this stove can get up to. Inspect the inside of your hopper to make sure that you don't have any burned fuel down here in the bottom or anything. If you ever had a trouble with a breach on pellets and you got hotter in through here, check your glass, make sure your glass isn't broken. I'm Dusty with Flame Innovation. Thanks for watching.